Hi everyone, Nevada Virtual Academy. What's up? ¿Qué pasa? What's going on? Let's solve one more problem for the proficiency exam. Algebra as usual. Most of them are from Algebra 1, 1, 2. Which statement is true if x equals 10 to the power of 0 plus cubic root of 30, right? 10 to the power of 0 plus cubic root of 30. How can we solve this problem? Well, first of all, look at your possibilities for an answer. X should be between 0 and 4. X should be between 4 and 6. X should be between 6 and 12. X should be between 12 and 20. Okay. Well, I don't know yet, but you guys are going to help me to find out how can we solve this problem. And obviously, as a start, you have to take each one of these terms in here, the 10 to the power of 0 and the other one, cubic root of 30, and find what is their approximate value, right? But what do you guys remember about 10 to the power of 0? And for this reason, by any number to the power of 0, if I have a number a, which is a real number, different than 0, right? I mean, that's, that asterisk over there is telling me that a cannot be 0. That a to the power of 0 will always be equal to 1. To 1. Okay? So what can you tell me now about 10 to the power of 0? Well, 10 is a real number. 10 to the power of 0 is going to be 1. So basically your x is nothing else but the cubic root of 30 plus 1. But we can see that the cubic root of 30 is a positive number. And now looking back here at my a, b, c, and d, it looks like all of them are positive numbers, right? Well, what else I can do? Well, let's look at my second term in the expression that defines my variable x, and that's cubic root of 30, right? And obviously that's an irrational number, which I don't know exactly, right? But I know that a number that's less than 30 and is a perfect cube, right, will have its cubic root less than the cubic root of 30, right? And then if there is a number that's a perfect cube that's greater than 30, its cubic root will definitely be greater than the cubic root of 30. And now you have to find what number, and I'm looking for an integer, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and probably that's enough. That raised to the power of 3 will be less than 30. What is 1 to the power of 3? Well, 1 to the power of 3 is actually 1. What is 2 to the power of 3? Well, everybody knows that 2 to the power of 3 is 8. What is 3 to the power of 30? Did I say 30? What is 3 to the power of 3? 3 cubed. 3 cubed is 27. What is 4 to the power of 3? I mean, what am I writing? What is 4 cubed? 4 to the power of 3. Well, 4 to the power of 3 is going to be 4 squared times 4, which is what? 16 times 4. And that's going to be 64. And I should stop right there. Why am I stopping? Because what do I need to find? I need to find a number that cubed raised to the power of 3 is less than 30 and greater than 30. And I've got my two numbers. 3 cubed, that's what? 27. So I will definitely know that the cubic root of 27 should be less than 30. 4 cubed is 64, right? And I know that cubic root of 64 should definitely be greater than the cubic root of my 30. But hold on, guys. We already know, let me erase this. We already know that the cubic root of 27 is actually what? Cubic root of 27 is actually 3, because 3 cubed is 27, which means cubic root of 27 is going to be cubic root of 3, and that's 3, right? So this 27 here, this cubic root of 27 is nothing else but actually 3, which I know should be less than my cubic root of 30, and should be less than my cubic root of 64, which is what? 4. Well, I know now that the cubic root of 30 is greater than 3, less than 4. But your x is not just that. Your x is actually 10 to the power of 0 plus that. And to get that, knowing that the 10 to the power of 0 is 1, I will add 1, okay? I will just add 1 to every one of these numbers. What's happening now? Well, 3 plus 1 is going to be 4. The inequality sign does not change, right? The inequality sign changes only when you multiply by a negative number or divide by a negative number. Here I will have 1 plus cubic root of 30, which should be less than 4 plus 1, which is 5, right? And this statement will help me find the right answer. I'm looking at A. My x is between 0 and 4 and could be 4. But that's not a true statement, right? Because your x, this is your x. Your x should be greater than 4 and less than 5, right? From this statement here. That's not good. B. X is between 4 and could be less than or equal to 6. Well, my statement here will fit this requirement, right? Will be satisfying this requirement of being between 4 and 6. Looking at C, x greater than 6, less than 12, not good. Same story with D. And that's why for this problem, the answer is B. And you guys followed me with those steps. Pretty much the same method to solve any estimating problem involving radicals, cubic roots, and so on, irrational numbers. That's what you have to do. You have to use this type of estimation, right? You're going to find a number that's a perfect cube, like in this case, or a perfect square if you will have the square roots, and that's immediately less or greater than the given number. And by following this type of reasoning, you will be able to determine what is the right answer and get the maximum score on this type of problems. Okay? Well, this is it. That was easy, right? Thank you.